CEO and founder, a nice, quiet forum with which to announce these unbelievable enhancements to the FDI world. It's no longer the FDI nation, it's the FDI world. I would like to introduce everyone on tonight's call to the one and only, the founder, the CEO, the president of Financial Destination, Mr. William J. Andreoli. Bill, I'm hoping that you got...
I'm here, Mike. Okay.
There you are. You're coming in 5 by 5, except we still have some background noise. Please, folks, if you're on the moderator side, hit star 6 on your line. If you don't know for sure, hit star 6 anyway. And, Mr. Andreoli, the floor is yours.
Okay, well, while you were doing your roll call, I just want to make sure, Kuba, you on this line also.
Yeah, I just got in. Thank you very much, Bill.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All righty. All right, I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you, Mike Randolph, for doing the intros. Again, I want to thank everyone for being on this very special leadership call this Monday evening. I want to thank all of you for being here. This call, like Mike Randolph said, is packed. The fever is out there. The momentum is there. This company right now is exploding with excitement, and we are excited to be on this call with all of you. Anyone that was on this past Saturday call on the 4th of July, I can tell you that was the largest call ever in FDI's history, guys. There were thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people on these lines. And since Saturday, I can tell you that hundreds and thousands of people on a daily basis are pre-registering for FDI International, registering for the National Convention. And I'll tell you right now, if you're not registered for the National Convention and you're as excited as all the folks you heard on this line, you need to register for the convention now, because you definitely want to be there for these announcements. Now, just a few weeks ago, we let everyone know that FDI International was coming, okay, that FDI was going to go global. And there has been so much excitement and curiosity across the FDI nation ever since. Everyone wants to know, and all the leaders have been hearing, everyone asking them in their organizations, what is it? You know, should I sign up now? And, you know, after spending a few days with the top leadership from the field and corporate, we decided that these announcements were too big. And these announcements were too life-changing. The beeps still keep on coming in. And these announcements are too life-changing to wait until August 14th to share with all of you all this awesome information. Now, many of you have already probably heard from your upline leaders because we let them go out there and start sharing the word. So most of you, a lot of you have probably already been on the on conference calls with your upline leaders about what will be released at Convention 2009. But I'm here on the call again tonight with all of you today to share what will be for many of you the single largest product and compensation announcements you guys will ever hear, that you will ever hear. So guys, let's get this call started. What's happening, okay, right now is FDI is going global, okay? FDI is going international, okay, in 62 countries to be exact. Okay, FDI International is part of a $1.3 trillion industry in the United States alone. $1.3 trillion in the U.S. alone, in a $4 trillion industry worldwide. $4 trillion worldwide. And guys, the industry that we're speaking of is the telecom industry. But we want everyone to understand, guys, is this is the telecom of the future. This isn't something that you've seen before in telecom. This is the telecom of the future, and the more you find out about this telecom that we're speaking of, the more excited you're going to get. Right now, okay, with FDI International, you are now going to be able to save people 50 to 95% on their telecom from wireless, residential, VoIP, internet, video phones, calling cards, international calling, and corporate solutions. Okay, guys, so we have everything to do with telecom. Okay, so listen to that. You're going to be able to save people 50 to 95% on something they are already paying for and will always continue to pay for. Guys, people will never want to communicate less tomorrow than they do today. And in today's economy, to be able to save people 50 to 95% on something they are already spending money on, guys, it doesn't get any better than that. Everyone, whether we want them to or not, is using telecom. Everyone, right now. 300 million people right here in the United States are going to use telecom whether you want them or not, and now you're going to be able to save them 50 to 95% on their telecom costs. And guys, here's a giant one. This is a big one. You can compare this to anything else you're hearing about in the industry right now. Here's a big one. We own the tone. What does that mean to all of you? Unlike so many other companies in our industry that are resellers of telecom, with FDI International, we are the telecom. We control the rates. We control the services. We decide what products and when. Guys, we own the tone. We own the proprietary products and services. We own the technology. Guys, we own the telecom company. I can't emphasize to you how big of a deal that is for everyone that's on this line. Now, before I give out some more highlights, and features of the launch, what I'd like to do real quickly is introduce to all of you the newest member, of our corporate staff, Cuba Fabriaz. Now, Cuba has owned his own telecom company for 16 years. So, guys, we're not guinea pigs here. For 16 years, he's owned his own telecom company. He has spent 7 years around the world building a rep base of over 800,000 independent reps and millions upon millions of customers. And, guys, $1 billion in sales. He has proprietary products and services that nobody else in the world has except for FDI International. So, guys, what I'd like to do right now is introduce all of you, again, to our newest member of our corporate staff, our partner, Mr. Cuba Fabriaz. Cuba, the call is yours.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. I love this introduction. The bottom line of our business is basically business. We have been providing solutions for many, many corporates around the world, and we have created a business opportunity to literally, as you just mentioned, hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people around the world where they can sink their teeth into. A business everybody can relate to, everybody understands that. A business has skin, has basically fat, has that you need to be able to do. And we are not one of the companies that basically fighting on the rate. In other words, if one company comes in with 10 cents, we come up with 8 cents. If another company comes with 8 cents, that we come up with 6 cents. That's not exactly the game of the play, because every time you reduce the rate, what really happens, you reduce your profit. How we reduce the rate is simply by technology. We have technology today, that will feed just about and give you an answer, as you mentioned before, if it will be a corporate world. What is the corporate world? I mean, really, it's a big word and it sounds big, but in the other hand, all it is a business that has 3 to 4 to 5 lines, or even as much as 100 lines. Doesn't matter. But the bottom line is we have a solution for him. So instead of he's paying per line $50 or $40 a line, we can do the same thing for this guy with our solution, lower the rate of the line to a single dollar. Can you imagine of having 4 lines and with a single dollar? Instead of him paying right now at 5 cents, 3 cents, 10 cents, or whatever the case may be, we can lower that rate simply by single digit, like 1 or 2 or 3 cents per minute, depending on where he's calling. But what lowers it is our technology. What makes it so incredible for me, being together with you, Bill, and with all of your associates, is simply the fact that we have got all the products and we have all the solutions, and also, I won't call it all, but we have most of the solutions, and because most of the rest of the solutions are to follow, because each and every 3 or 4 months, there's got something else that will be coming out of our ovens. And the reason is because we are the most unique telco company in the world that actually not enough that we provide the service, we also actually building up and manufacturing our own products and our own solution. So therefore, there's no one single person or one single company around the world can make the same statement as we can. Imagine that. We create a solution that you can make a phone call from a cell phone in the United States to a cell phone, to any cell phone around the world. I don't care what country it is, as long as it's with the network. You do not have to change a phone. You do not have to change the service. All you have to have is just a solution. Imagine that. You think there's money there? I'm not sure how many people understand the word roaming. when you go roam from one country to another country, or from one state to another state in some cases in various different countries around the world, how expensive it is.